Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of the Ticket to Anywhere podcast. I'm Trizzy.
And I'm Leah.
We are two voices, two views, and two ways to adventure anywhere.
Yes, and today we have an episode for you on our beloved Southern California. Because as much as we love living here and exploring this region every weekend, every day, and just being in it, we try not to take it for granted. We realize that it is a destination region as well. So we wanted to take our favorite parts of the state, Southern California, and deliver them to you, especially if you've never been here, because there's a lot to do, there's a lot to pack in.
Yeah.
But one of the questions we answered was, what would you do in 3 days?
Yeah, and that was such a cool topic because we brought so different answers.
Yeah, very different experiences, right?
Hence the type of travelers we are. But opposites attract. That's why we're homies.
Yeah.
Because we're teachers and students, we love for you guys to drop in the comments as well to let us know what gems of Southern California that we didn't get to mention here.
Yeah, there's probably a lot.
Yeah, I'm a local. I'm not a native.
Native.
I am a late native.
I thought you were gonna say like an LA native. Native.
Or I'm a late native.
This is a great word.
I know, yeah. It's a good pun. But I've lived here since 2006.
Yeah.
And
long
there's
time.
still, it's a long time, but there's still a lot for me to learn and visit. So I like to know everybody's point of views and thoughts and all these other places.
Yeah, I mean, we would love to know, especially like if you know Southern California really well and you had a 3-day itinerary for someone who hasn't been here before, where would you take them? Right? That is the big question. And in this episode, we go over, best getaways, best weekend trips that may be outside of the Southern California zone, where to find some of the best food, some of the best neighborhoods, notable neighborhoods, seasonal activities that we would recommend to people. And this episode is just chock full of so much Southern California goodness. We're super proud down here.
Yeah, exactly. Even the beverages.
Yes, always the beverages. And actually, I'm proud. Today, I am drinking a rose latte from Sip and Sonder, and it is a Black-owned coffee shop in Inglewood on Market Street, which they're really bringing up and building new things on. And by the time this episode is out, it will be Black History Month, so we're super proud to be supporters of Sip and Sonder. I'm going to go work from there next and put a reel and TikTok out. But it's a rose latte. It's awesome. A little pricey, $7, but I just realized that's literally the cost of
what it is now.
An iced latte in California.
Even boba costs that now.
Yeah, it's pricey. It's pricey.
Insane. If you guys watch Insecure on HBO, you'll see that Issa Rae did an event at the Market Street. It's the Block is her company, so the event was at Market Street, and that is where Sip and Sonder is located.
Yeah, it's a super cool coffee shop.
So lovely.
I only ran in to get a drink, but next time I'm gonna spend an afternoon there.
I am drinking a raspberry matcha latte.
Ooh.
And it's instant. It's an instant mix from
Nobody
David's
gotta know.
Tea.
Nobody gotta know that.
It's from David's Tea. They sell loose leaf teas. This one specifically I got from a really cute advent calendar from Christmas.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah, and so this was actually from last year. Basically 24 packs of instant matcha that I have to go through. And this was the one I chose today.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, deliciousness. But what matters is that we're drinking these in Southern California, and we are super proud to be bringing you this episode. So enjoy.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Hey there, it's Trizzy and Leah, your hosts for the Ticket to Anywhere podcast. We created this travel podcast for you, who's just as obsessed with exploring the globe as we are. We each travel a different way and even have different work schedules. But every episode, we aim to widen your worldview, inspire you to consider a destination near or far, or learn from others. With us, you can adventure from anywhere.
Keep in touch with us on social media at Ticket2 Anywhere Podcast. Remember to connect with us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Never miss an episode by subscribing to Ticket Number 2 Anywhere podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and Pocket Casts, and hit subscribe to follow our visual podcasts on YouTube to keep up to date on our channel.
If you find value and enjoy our episodes and special guests, please rate us and leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. It means the world to us and helps others find us easier. You can also leave comments or reviews on our YouTube channel or Facebook page. Be sure to search for Ticket Number 2 Anywhere podcast.
Take a screenshot of the episode you're currently listening to, share it on your socials, and tag us. Or send this episode to a friend if you think it'll be helpful for them. And if you'd like to support us by monetary means, you can do so by buying us a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/Ticket Number 2 Anywhere.
All right, we figured since we live in Southern California, why not talk about our backyard, our huge backyard.
Huge backyard. Honestly, California is the best state. Sorry, fight me, at me.
Me too. What you got?
I think we live in the best state because here you can go from wine country to the desert, to the beach, to the mountains, to the forest, to Mexico.
Yeah, seriously.
You can go everywhere.
LAX is a huge international hub.
Yes, and it's the hub to the Asian Pacific.
So if you like that.
Yeah, why wouldn't you want to go visit Asia and all their good food? But today we'd love to talk about Southern California. We're going to take you on a journey through Southern California because there is a big difference between Southern California and Northern California.
There is. It's not just the weather.
No. Northern California is very like PNW.
Yeah.
It's very Pacific Northwest, like very woodsy, foresty, rains quite a bit more often. It's more green.
Yeah.
And just not as many cities as Southern California. Like Southern California, we have a majority of the population of the state of California.
That's right.
And like Southern California's economy alone could be because we have the ports, right? So we're a pretty big deal down here. So this episode is a love letter to Southern California, and it's a really great episode if you've never been here before, or if you are from here and live here like we do and just want some new places to explore every weekend.
That's true. And the funny thing is, I'm not LA native. I'm currently a resident.
You've been here, but you're a local.
I'm a local.
Because you've been here like 15, 17 years.
Leah is LA native.
I'm native. Yeah. I am native, yes. I was born and raised just outside of Los Angeles in a suburb, but it's still considered LA County.
Yeah.
LA's a whole different love story. Wait, why?
I didn't realize. Santa Clarita is still LA County?
Palmdale, Lancaster's still LA County.
Wow, okay.
Palmdale, Antelope Valley is still LA County, which means it's still Southern California.
See, it's huge. I never know the cutoff.
Well, that's what we were researching right before we hit record, was like where the border is for Southern California. And it depends on who you're talking to because like political lines, like where you're voting, what county you're voting in also determines it. So some sources are saying it's almost all the way up to like San Luis Obispo and like Kern County, which I feel like that's very central California.
Right.
But, I mean, we're going to talk about our versions of Southern California in this episode. So the first question we're going to answer, especially for all you noobs to Southern California out there, is, and Trizzy and I, we came up with questions and we like hid the answers from each other because we love surprising each other on the show sometimes live in real time. So if you had a long weekend, basically 3 full days in Southern California, what would your itinerary be? So these are the kinds of questions y'all are asking. We're going to answer that. So I will go first, give a quick like 1 to 2 minute explanation. 3 places I would take you over a long weekend: Disneyland, Laguna Beach, and Hollywood and all its rooftops, and the Walk of Fame.
Damn. Smart.
So those are my 3. Disneyland, very obvious. Southern California is the home of theme parks and amusement parks, and we love them out here. And Disneyland is iconic. Yeah. So why wouldn't you go there?
Right.
And you can spend easily a weekend there, but we're going to just do that in one day. Yep. famed Laguna Beach. I mean, the whole series brought it to life in our high school years and really put it on the map. And the water really is as beautiful and blue as you see on TV.
Yes, I didn't realize that when I got here.
It's stunning. And it's very small town, very beach town, but very chill. Like, you surf, you skate, you get your great food there. It's a really good getaway. It's, you know, Orange County, so between LA and San Diego.
Yeah.
And it's just always gorgeous. So Laguna Beach for a day. Why not?
That's a good, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
And then Hollywood, because I'm not even kidding. People want to come here and they still want to see the Walk of Fame. They still want to see, they want to do Runyon Canyon and try to run into celebrities. They still want to do Griffith Observatory. Actually, I like Griffith Observatory. So they want to do the trails to Griffith. Like, and I mean, rooftop, we all know how obsessed I am with rooftops. So, like, you can't do LA or Southern California with me and not expect to be, like, up on a view or on a rooftop. But, I mean, just there's a lot of quirky things in, like, Hollywood and around those parts, Hollywood and Vine. Yeah. So,
and you're going to need a lot of energy for the hikes and walking through Hollywood Boulevard.
Oh,
and
yeah.
There's a lot of cute cafes, and she knows all about that as well, to pick up your caffeine, too.
So my Leah's 3-day itinerary in Southern California, Disneyland, Laguna Beach, and Hollywood.
How cool, because mine is so completely opposite.
All right, Trizzy, so you get to answer the question. If you had a long weekend in Southern California, what would your itinerary be?
Long weekend, 3 days, 3 full days. First day, Joshua Tree National Park.
Okay.
All right, second day, you move your way only an hour and a half to 2 hours to Anza Borrego State Park, which is a little bit south.
Where is
the next place I would say is Oceanside.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're all within an hour and a half to 2 hour drive. I was just going to say, like, oh, it's Disneyland to Laguna Beach and then to Hollywood. It's about the same amount. Because if you factor in the traffic, that's what is going to be the time. But yeah, Joshua Tree on the first day. You're going to see the boulders, the rocks. There's a lot of hikes that you could check out. Check out the Cholla Garden, which is a whole bunch of like these cute cactuses. Be careful because they're also called like the bouncing cactuses.
Oh gosh.
Where if a little wind hits it, it could jump off. And if you're close to it, it's going to be painful.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's really cool. Joshua Tree has Skull Rock, Hidden Valley Trail is one of my favorite, Barker Dam. And you could camp out there. The night sky is gorgeous.
All right.
Yeah.
We affectionately call it J Tree.
J Tree.
I know.
J Tree.
Because I've been there so many times.
Yeah. Anza Borrego. Anza Borrego is not too different because it is nature. But they have slot canyons. And these slot canyons are kind of like white rocks-ish.
Did you go to these?
Yeah, I went to these.
All right, she's going to throw them up on the screen because I do not remember this. I've never heard this place, but that is really... Because I was going to ask, what does Anza Borrego have over, like, other, parks in Southern
pretty much
California,
still in the desert, within, like, the desert
cool
feel. So they do have wildflowers around the area during spring. So if you're driving, let's say if you're from LA, and this isn't part of the itinerary, but if you're from LA and you're driving towards Anza Borrego, you'll pass like the area, like Lake Elsinore. That's where you'll see like the wildflowers blooming. Okay. Yeah. On a good bloom season. But Anza Borrego also has this really cool off-roading opportunity for you to drive, and you'll see these cool sculptures of dinosaurs. And there's another one of a dragon. So it's art. So if you love art, check it out.
There you go. Art in nature.
Exactly. And then on the third day, make your way to Oceanside, California, which is a little north from San Diego. And that's your beach. So you have like the desert and the naturey part. And then you have the beach where you could just relax your piggies because you've just been hiking for the past 2 days. Yep. And just driving in the past 2 days. So, Oceanside it is.
There we go.
End. And ta-da, 3 days.
3 days, long weekend in Southern California.
Yes. I know. That's a great question.
That's a good question. Also, mine were not in order. You did yours in like chronological order. So that was really smart.
I had to. Yeah. I had to make it Like
flow.
Mm-hmm.
I did not make mine flow. I'm just like, go.
You kind of did. But you know, when you go to Disneyland for a day, you better get that park hopper.
I know. Disneyland is so expensive, by the way, these days. Just visit the site for most updated prices because they're kind of constantly changing, especially with COVID. You have to reserve the park beforehand. So those looking to head to Disneyland, make sure you register for it early and save a lot of money.
Especially if you got kids.
Oh, yes, absolutely. I kind of miss the glory days where we used to go to Disneyland for like $40 a person.
Goodness.
But this was like in the early 90s when life was good.
Yeah, when life was good and we didn't pay. Thank you, parents.
That's true.
Thank you, parents.
Yeah. Forever indebted to you. Thank you. Okay, so now we want to bring up a topic of just 3 favorite spots in Southern California off the top of our heads, not to be confused on where we personally would take you if you were to explore Southern California with us, because keep in mind, SoCal is massive. And almost every big popular neighborhood you're probably going to hear throughout this episode, but
for sure.
We're just going to name 3 favorite spots, give a little reasoning of why we like them, and then some notable neighborhoods.
Yeah.
Yep. So I can start. I would say, 3 favorite spots: Santa Barbara, the desert / Palm Springs, and San Diego. And I know those are all really big kind of sections, but Santa Barbara, because I mean it's a college town, but it's right on the ocean. You can be super active, you can go surfing, you can ride bikes around town. It's small enough that you can walk it by foot. You could bomb seafood, really close to wine country, Central Coast wine country. And it's just a cute little town, great for like even a lunch getaway.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
you can go up there and like have lunch,
that.
spend a few hours strolling the paseos or something.
Yeah.
And it's just stunning. Like, it's just so cute. And I love that the Spanish architecture is everywhere in Santa Barbara.
That's what I was just about to say.
Yep.
Yeah.
And California is very, we're famous, well, I guess infamous for that, because if you learn the California history of the missions, and how the Spaniards conquered California, it's actually not so we used to glorify it in history books, and now it shouldn't be, because they came in, like ruining things and people, like misplacing people. So that's the whole story of like the missions. Anyways, the California history, we learned it in 4th grade growing up. But I do love some Santa Barbara and the desert and Palm Springs. We both love the heat.
Yes.
Trizzy and I. Obsessed with the heat. I don't do cold. I don't do anything. You drop below 55, I don't go there. I don't know what that is. I don't do the cold. But the desert and Palm Springs, there's just so much to do, and like Palm Springs is such a getaway for Angelenos, especially, even people from like San Diego, from everywhere. If you can drive there within a few hours, great getaway, because it's always hot in the desert. It's poppin'. So nice. Tons more to do now. You can golf there, close to all the hiking in the desert as well, and tons of hotels, tons of place to eat. Really big brunch spot. Palm Springs, like you want like bottomless brunch on the weekends, like go out there. I've done like a turnaround. I went last October for a night. That was the first time I'd been there in 7 years.
Wow.
I know it's been a long time, but I did the whole world in between then. So
yeah, that's true.
But Palm Springs, we're really lucky to have it, and it is a destination so far.
It is, yeah. I love it. They have like these oases, like desert oases too.
Yeah.
Man.
And I think like we'll interject like notable neighborhoods in there. Like we both agreed that the Strip, which is literally what the main drag in Palm Springs is, like that's where things are happening. That's where you eat. That's where you go club. That's where you go see performances or a show. You get dressed up. Bachelorette parties there all the time. Really LGBTQ friendly as well. So the Strip in Palm Springs, notable neighborhood. Yes. And then one of my last favorite spots, San Diego. I know that's really, really like wide region, but for me, San Diego's always been a good mix of beach and city. You have the downtown section, Gaslamp. You have all the businesses. You have Petco Park down there. And then you have all the beach towns like PB, Ocean Beach. You get really close to the border, have a lot of Mexican influence. A lot of people live in Tijuana, work in San Diego, or vice versa.
I still gotta check that area out.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And up-and-coming neighborhoods in San Diego, notable neighborhoods. North Park, this I heard from my friends, just because they're building up lots of breweries, lots of gardens, lots of outdoor patio seating. So a lot of people are moving to the area because it's, nice and walkable. It's right near Balboa Park.
Nice.
And then Barrio Logan is one place that I had heard of as well, which is a lot of Mexican influence, a lot of Mexican street food, and just really cool, really walkable, and infuses a lot of the culture. I mean, Mexican culture is, like, Southern Californian culture is Mexican culture, to be honest. A lot of it is very intermixed, especially the further south you go, which I love. We're super proud of that.
Oh, yeah.
In Southern California. So.
All right, my top three, well, not top three, I'll just say that I could really think of, because there's, like you said, it's massive. The options in Southern California is for sure limitless.
Yes.
We could go on for
this could be a 19-hour episode. For real, it could be.
Yes. I mentioned Joshua Tree in the itinerary, and that is one of my favorite spots for obvious reasons. The boulders, like I said, the hiking, the fact that I could rock scramble.
Yeah, what the heck is that?
You're just hopping on rocks.
Oh, I thought you meant gather the rocks and then scramble them
like
up. Yeah.
No, you're just climbing on these rocks, and it's, it's obviously dangerous, but these rocks are so huge that you feel safe.
Okay.
I don't encourage it if you're not experienced in rock scrambling.
Must be experienced.
Even though I'm not really, but
advanced level or above, please.
My adrenaline pumps. And it's just, you get on top of these rocks and you just see more of the view, which you're more appreciative of how nature is, like, compiled this national park. It's insane.
I love how your views are on top of rocks and my views are on top of rooftops. Different views.
Yeah.
2 voices, 2 views. That's what we about.
That's right. So that's Joshua Tree.
Love it.
My other one would be if you're on the beach side. I love Zuma Beach in Malibu. Their water, not as blue as Laguna Beach, but it's still blue. Yep. And I feel like compared to the LA waters that we get from, like, Redondo, Manhattan, it's warm.
Santa Monica, Venice.
It's so warm up there.
Yeah.
I love it.
And I've been there recently, I think maybe a year or 2 ago, but surfing as well, right? I think in Zuma.
I did bodyboarding.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you see any surfers out there? Or was it just not the time of day?
Yeah. Yeah. But the sand was soft. There's a village or, like, a food place around that area not too far from it.
Malibu alone has actually some notable food spots along the coast.
Okay. I have to visit more.
Okay.
I've been there twice and loved it both times.
Well, yeah, and there's a lot of hiking up in the canyons too. Malibu's just great. Could never afford to live there.
Oh yeah, no.
Ever. That's reserved for the billionaires. But yeah, there's, like, the Thai place. There's Rosenthal Winery.
I gotta hit you up for some of your rides.
I know.
There.
Well, I was like, I go there once, and all of a sudden, I know everything about it.
And my third spot will be Solvang. If y'all don't know about Solvang, it's on the way to Santa Barbara.
Yep.
It's this cute Danish town.
Super
Copenhagen, Denmark, Germany feel.
Yeah, it's
so cute.
It's literally a Danish town in California.
We're going to get to the food part, but I love this sausage garden that they have.
Ooh, okay.
So you get, like, the Bratwurst. You get different types of sausages from different countries. You also could order pretzel. So pretzel and sausage.
Interesting. Okay.
It's the perfect pair.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
All right. I love that. And then you had some notable neighborhoods too.
Oh yeah, I do. Notable neighborhoods, I would say Old Town Temecula. Temecula is south towards San Diego-ish?
Yeah. I think it's San Diego County, actually, technically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
like
wine
country in San Diego County.
Yeah.
That's what Temecula is.
I ate at a Cuban restaurant there. It's called Havana, Cuba, I believe. And it's really good. So if you guys are ever in the area, check that out. I've only been once, and I just love the environment there.
I love Temecula.
Yeah.
Every year, my family does Blackout Friday. And we go wine tasting.
You guys go down there?
Our first 4 years was Temecula, yeah.
Damn.
And we used to get a limo. This used to be all my cousins and I, right? And then we started getting older. People started having babies. So now the only family that does Blackout Friday is my immediate family, me and my siblings. But we still celebrate by doing wine tasting. We used to go out wine tasting. That everyone caught on in 2013 or something. So now everyone else goes out wine tasting,
right.
And we used to go wine tasting instead of shopping.
Smart.
Yeah, but now you can wine taste and shop at the same time. This is why everyone caught on, you know? And it was smart because then the wineries also started offering discounts. Like, hey, come to us, Black Friday shop with us. But anyway, all that to say that I've been to Temecula many, many times. My sister also got engaged there. And it is, I mean, like we said, California alone will be its own, all of California will be its own episode. But at least with Temecula, that is the Southern California wine country. And it is a little bit pricier than whatever is up north. And maybe the growing conditions are better up north.
And also another notable neighborhood is the Big Bear Village. If you guys been to Big Bear is great all year around because it snows as well. And during the summer, I went for just a day trip.
Yeah. Oh.
And I went there in the morning, got there in the morning, did a hike, went to the village, found a cafe, worked out of there. So this is what people working remote in LA, you guys could do this too.
Go work remotely from Big Bear.
It's amazing.
That's good that you mentioned it's good in all seasons, pretty much.
Yeah. So the snowing season is fun because you get to go snow tubing. And there's this new coaster, the mine shaft coaster, where the snow tubing took place is where the mine shaft coaster is located at too. So you have the snowy hill during the winter season, and then you have the summer roller coaster in the summer season.
I'm not a huge snow person. I've been to Big Bear in March, but it was pouring rain.
Oh.
We did get a cabin up there for a really reasonable price.
Gotcha.
But Big Bear is good. I'm not a mountain and snow person. So that's all things Trizzy. She's better with that. But I have friends that just bought property on the way to Big Bear.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're going to need to talk about that.
I know.
So they have a village, food places there. You can get some souvenirs. Boba is out there as well. I do have to mention my boba.
What? Boba in Big Bear?
And it's actually pretty good. It was this white guy who's making boba for us.
What?
But the mixture was amazing.
How? How did he learn?
That's what I'm saying.
No, I'm glad he did. I'm glad he learned. But wow.
Yeah. We ate at this Nepalese restaurant called Himalayan restaurant. It was so good. Himalayan restaurant, y'all gotta go check that out as well.
In Big Bear.
Right. The village.
We could talk about food for hours in Southern California.
Yeah.
For 4+ hours.
Yep.
But we're gonna start with Trizzy's favorites.
Oh.
Do you need notes?
Yes, I do need to take a look at. All right, so I did mention in the episode earlier about the bratwurst and the sausages and the pretzels that you could get in Solvang, California. The place is called Copenhagen Sausage Sausage Garden. I believe they even have vegan choices as well. So it's an amazing environment too. It's outdoor eating. Or you could just order to go and then find a cute nearby park area in Solvang because everything is so condensed that you could just eat there as well. Yeah.
Okay.
I love it there. And if you're going up to Mammoth Lakes, that's a little bit north of LA. Not a little bit, it's about a 6-hour drive. You make a stop at Bishop, California, pick up some pastries called Eric Schatz's Bakery. It's not bakery, but it's bakery. Yeah, and there's another bakery called Eric Schatz too, but apparently the story is that his ex-wife took his recipes, created her own shop, but does not taste the same, so everybody just goes to Bishop, California's location.
What?
That's what I heard. Who knows if it's true?
Okay.
Eric Schatz is the place to be.
Wait, should I know? Should we know who Eric Schatz is? Is he famous?
Eric Schatz. I just know that I love his pastries.
I was like, we're speaking about him like he's your neighbor. Like,
yo, Eric, thanks for the pastries. Get the almond bread, y'all. Almond pulled bread is so bomb.
Okay.
Yeah, so make a stop there. And in LA, and I feel like all around the world nowadays, food hall is very popular.
Yes, my favorite.
Yeah. One of my favorites is down in the OC. It's Rodeo 39. They have...
Where in Orange County?
It's close to Anaheim. I know it's about like 10 minutes from Disneyland.
Wait, you're not talking about the container park, are you?
No.
Okay.
That's the packing district.
Okay, I was like,
Yeah.
what is it
That
called?
one is amazing too.
It's really good, yeah.
But Rodeo 39, they have a Filipino place. They have these like Giovanni shrimp truck type of...
What?
Yeah.
I don't even need to go to Hawaii. I don't even need to go to Hawaii. I'm just going to go down to Anaheim.
Just go to OC for sure.
Just go to Anaheim.
It's good. They have Vietnamese food, so it's very multicultural.
Oh, okay. That's nice. Yeah.
In that food hall. And parking is convenient. It's free, so...
Oh, because we're from LA, Southern California, we are, sidebar, obsessed with parking.
Yeah.
I have some funny stories from living in Vegas and asking friends about parking, but we're so obsessed with parking.
Yeah.
Because it's not good in Southern California. It's not good.
I literally have to always change my Google Maps or Apple Maps to satellite just to zoom in to see if there's parking.
If there's parking, yeah.
And like plan on where I plan to park.
Hot tip, change your Google Maps to satellite.
And zoom in. Don't forget to zoom in, all right?
That was a sidebar, but I'm just like, God, we're so obsessed with parking.
I know. That's what happens when you live in LA.
Okay.
But Mexican food, oh, so authentic, so delicious in LA. One of my favorites that I could think of because I ate it recently is these birria tacos that I got from a place called Tacos El Goloso. It's in Harbor City, California, which is like South Bay. Torrance.
That's like, is that like San Pedro?
Yeah.
Okay. San Pedro.
Yeah. Cannot forget about the most recent, like 2 weeks ago. I had these Mexican pastries, conchas. Have you ever had a concha before?
Like a pastry?
Yeah.
I've had a concha like in Nicaragua, like, but
Okay.
a lot. No, but not a pastry. It was like a.
I might be pronouncing it wrong.
No, concha's right. It's probably
Okay.
like a croissant or something.
Yeah. It's bomb. So it's like this hard shell, but it's soft when you eat it.
Okay.
On top, it's just like these cracklings of design and it's flavored. The one I got, I believe, is cinnamon flavor.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
okay.
it's in King City, California, which is on the way to the Pinnacles National Park. So
Okay.
I found out about it because I zoomed in again on the Google Maps and located a pastry that had like amazing reviews.
Wow.
It's called Tortilleria Martinez. And small local business. That whole city is very tiny and small, but very warming and welcoming. The lady who worked there was great. Their tamales was off the chain, and I'm so mad I didn't get more because I was trying to save space in my backpack. Don't do that.
No, just buy the tamales.
Yeah,
Yo.
I know. And apparently their birria is really good too, but I didn't try that one.
Okay. Best food. So one thing I want to note about California in general, but Southern California in particular, I think our specialties are Mexican food, obviously, because we live so close to the border. A lot of Asians here, so a lot of Asian influence and a lot of Asian food. And I know that's very broad because being from like West Asia is very different than being from like Indonesia versus being from Japan, right? But you could literally get all of it here in Southern California. Seriously? And I'm not even kidding when I'm like, it's easy for me to think of like a restaurant off the top of my head. I'm like, yeah, go to this neighborhood, go to this neighborhood. So we're very lucky in that sense. I also will say one of my favorite YouTubers, Will Dasovich, who is half Filipino, half...
You mentioned him before.
Yeah, half Filipino. He's Hapa. He had one of my favorite quotes in one of his videos. He said, I've been all over the world, and yet California food is still my favorite cuisine.
Aww.
And I'm like, yeah, that's right, because we're very like farm to table here. Everything's fresh. We have literally the 7th largest economy in the world, the state of California. Right. So we grow everything here too. So, you know, some of my favorite places are like that local produce, things that are like sourced locally, especially like Great White and Larchmont and Venice. Like they do a really good job of that. But specialties, Asian food, Mexican food, you can find pretty much anywhere. Like Trizzy mentioned before, Solvang for Danish food, which I think is kind of crazy that it's like this cute little Danish town in California. Weirdly enough, I haven't been there yet, which is odd. Seafood anywhere off the coast. Like we live on the coast, so it's fresh. It doesn't take long to get to us, and it's good. And you know, we make it our own. We make it very Californian. Barrio Logan, which I mentioned before, down in San Diego. Really cool. Really happening. Goes off. Gotta go there. I really want to go too. I haven't been. I'm in San Diego twice next month, so we'll see if I can get down there. If you want to know like the really concentrated hot spots for Asian food, in particular in Los Angeles and in Orange County, K-Town in the middle of LA, San Gabriel Valley, SGV, also known as the 626.
Yes.
All kinds of Asian food. The night market. So good. I got sick there last time. Actually.
Okay, never mind then.
I think it was the food I ate though. It wasn't like the night market personally. And then SoCal on the west side for Asian food. And that's really like up and coming the last, I'd say, decade too, which is nice. But as I was writing this, like, best places to get Asian food in Southern California, you can't forget about Orange County. You can't forget about Garden Grove, Westminster. Can't forget about just because they're the burbs. Just because they're the burbs doesn't mean they don't got great food.
When my parents come in town from Seattle, they're like, take me to Orange County. That's all I
need.
Do
they really?
Yeah. They love it down there.
They want their $10 Korean barbecue?
Yeah.
Okay. So not to be missed because Trizzy's parents said so. Got to get to Garden Grove and Westminster.
Exactly. They love the restaurants out there too.
You know, when I was in when we went to Long Beach State. But wait, were you there a few times? No, be proud, UCLA.
I love UCLA.
8 clap. That was 1 clap.
I was like, was I supposed to clap after that too?
Anyways, when I feel like we've gone to get K barbecue a couple times.
We did.
Okay, we did.
Yeah. Actually, I don't think it was KBBQ. I feel like it was like a ramen place or an udon place that we went to. I don't think I ate Korean barbecue when I was in college.
I was going every week with like Tommy Trin, Rambo,
You worked
Matsu.
there too.
I was going this is when I ate meat in college.
Yeah. Damn.
We would go to, and Long Beach State is on the border of LA and Orange County. Right below Orange County, there is Garden Grove, Westminster. I used to work at the Old Navy down there in college. Mm-hmm. But literally, and this was a long, I'm not going to age ourselves. This is a long time ago. We'd literally go on Friday nights, wear like our oldest clothes and go to like Garden Grove and wait 2 hours just to eat $10 all you can eat Korean barbecue.
Damn.
And that includes the sides.
Woo!
Because I just keep thinking about how Denise in London has to pay for I don't know what the Korean word is.
Banchan?
Yes.
Yeah.
You got to pay for that.
That's ridiculous.
No, that's unheard of in California. We don't do that. We don't do that here.
Things together. Yeah.
So yeah, mine was more of like neighborhoods and cuisines, whereas like Trizzy came to you with actual places. But we really wanted to make this accessible to people who maybe have never been to California before, and like get them to think of things, maybe places to stay, where to focus on, where they really want to get their cuisine. So that is our food portion of this.
When you're in a bind and trying to relax, but you can't go to Southeast Asia because
or the Caribbean,
or the Caribbeans, because your work doesn't allow vacations. So you need a quick getaway, right?
Yeah.
That's why another reason living in Southern California is just so lovely, because there are great places around here.
So many. And we're super lucky to live here because of that. Mm-hmm. So what are some of your top quick getaways in Southern California?
College students, y'all already know. Las Vegas, baby.
Hey.
I shouldn't say college, but
ex-bottle rats like, over here.
You know, yeah, exactly. Even nowadays, we just go to Vegas just for the weekend. Like last summer, I went to Vegas for 24 hours, basically, just to watch basketball games.
Yep. I'm doing turnaround trips in Vegas all the time.
See? It's just easy, accessible, And there's always something new to do too, like a new food place to hit up,
Yeah.
or a new hotel to check out,
or a new show, or a new pool party, or a DJ you want to see. He's performing that night or something.
Exactly. There's always residency and stuff like that.
And Vegas is 1 hour by flight from LA or 4 hours by car. No traffic. Yeah, pending no traffic.
Pending no traffic, for sure. And, you know, on the way back, usually what I like to do is stop in San Gabriel Valley.
Oh, okay. For
Yeah.
food, yep.
Yeah. My other one is Solvang. Solvang is just limitless coming out of my mouth. Because
See how you're inserting it into every topic in this
because it really is like, if you can't make it to Europe, just go there.
Yeah.
Get like a little baby step feel to your big European trip. And from here, around LAX to Solvang, it's about like 2 to 3 hour drive. Very simple. I stayed at the Hadston House overnight before.
Okay.
Hadston House Inn, and they included dinner. And their dinner and breakfast as well. Sorry, I almost forgot that. Amazing food.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing food, amazing
That's
service.
super cool.
And it was just easy. You park at the hotel and you could just walk to town, basically. Or village. And another quick getaway for all you outdoorsy nature people, Death Valley National Park. Now, it's only 2 hours away from Las Vegas Strip, which is crazy.
Okay. That's
4
very
hours
cool.
from LA. But I've done it in a day trip.
Yeah.
Just start really early. I love doing that. I left LA around like 5 a.m. Got to the first hike about 9 a.m. Did maybe 3 spots in Death Valley and then just drive back down. Or spend a whole weekend there.
Yeah,
very cool. Camping is amazing out there. Night sky. Texas Springs Campground, which is by Zabriskie Point, is where I stayed. And I believe it was $14 a night.
Okay.
And they had running water. They had flushing toilets. Crazy.
Very cool.
All these national parks, I could just go on and on about. But I wanted to differentiate because I talk a lot about Joshua Tree.
Big national park fan over here.
Yes.
Okay, so quick getaways for me. I was thinking Temecula wine country, which I've raved about before. But if you need a quick wine country getaway, Temecula has tons and tons of wineries and vineyards that you can visit. And like Trizzy mentioned, Old Town Temecula has shopping and dining and entertainment. Yes. So it really is, you could spend a whole weekend there. It's super romantic, super cute, warm. And there's always something new being built. So I love Temecula wine country. A little different from up north, but it's good if you can't get up north for whatever reason. Oh, yeah. From LA, it's probably like 2 hours, hour and a half, 2 hours. Closest airport would probably be San Diego International, though, because I think technically Temecula is part of San Diego County. Okay. Yep. Another one is a little unconventional, probably easier and more frequent for those that live in San Diego, but like Rosarito, Baja California, wine country across the border, is called Valle de Guadalupe, which I just went to last July. Gorgeous. But basically the northern part of the Baja Peninsula, which is right across the United States-Mexican border. You can drive across the border. You can walk across. I would not recommend taking the Greyhound bus because it didn't work for us. They ended up dropping us off at the border and we had to walk across. But I know people that went to a beach festival there recently and down in Rosarito, and they were easily able to just walk across. So especially for like San Diegans, it's very easy to cross the border. Oh, I think coming back into the States is where the wait time is if you're sitting in a car. And then I mentioned this before, I mentioned Laguna Beach before, but I really think any of those beaches in like South Orange County that are really pretty over there, like Aliso Viejo, like San Juan Capistrano, San Clemente, Laguna Beach, these are all surfing beaches. And they're just like quintessential Orange County beach towns, super chill, love their Mexican food. The water's great. You can go surfing, but a lot of like hiking in the area as well. Yeah.
Like coastal hikes.
Coastal hikes, not busy like, the beaches up in Los Angeles or Long Beach, none of that. Well, you don't go in the water in Long Beach. That's a port. You don't go in the water there. But yeah, so those are some good, really quick, close, yet fast getaways. I think some popular getaways we were discussing before this, these kind of span like the width of Southern California, especially if you're coming from the edge of it and you want to venture out a little further. Lake Havasu, very popular summer spot if you have a boat, if you know friends with a boat, people with a houseboat, you want to cool down in the summer. Growing up in Southern California, it's a lot of families, like, they have boats or they have ways to get to the river, and they'll take their kids and families on like spring break to Lake Havasu.
Okay. I haven't been yet.
Yeah. I mean, it's a very like growing up in California thing, which is funny because that's the difference between like Trizzy's a local but not a native. I'm a native. I never did that stuff growing up, but like I knew about it. I joined others, but like my family itself didn't do it.
Gotcha.
Go to like Parker and Lake Havasu. Scottsdale, Arizona. I know that's the next state over, but a lot of what spring training goes on there. Sedona's close by, tons of hiking. It's like literally Scottsdale's and New Palm Springs.
Yeah.
And it's maybe like a 5-hour drive from the state of California. So 6 from LA, but I think...
Oh, from the state of California.
Yeah, from the state line, or maybe like San Diego, I think it's about 5 hours. Yeah. From LA, probably a little bit longer.
I was able to do a long weekend, like during Thanksgivings, from LA to Sedona, back to Phoenix, all within the Thanksgiving break. So that was about maybe like a 4 or 5 day weekend, and this is a road trip. It's not flying in. So doable to get to Scottsdale by land or by flight.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Flight is super easy. It's like an hour and a half. And another popular getaway, Pismo Beach up on the Central Coast. They're like famed for people renting ATVs and like ATVing over the sand. Nice. Seafood is great up there. It's a little bit chillier because it's Central Coast, California, but it's absolutely stunning.
Haven't been.
It's like past. Yeah. It's past Solvang and it's past Santa Barbara. Getting really into like that Central Coast territory. Yeah. But yeah, it's nice. You can camp there. ATV is really outdoorsy. Small town, coastal vibes, but also a good weekend getaway.
Nice.
Yeah, and the last thing we wanted to bring to you are some cool, maybe unique seasonal activities in Southern California that we may or may not have done, but we definitely know about and can teach you about if you're new to this region.
Snow. Where can you go for snow?
All things snow.
Big Bear, Mammoth, Mount Baldy. Those are the ones that I like. No. Okay. I heard even Joshua Tree gets snow. I think that's because of climate change, which is insane. But Big Bear I mentioned earlier in that episode. You could do snow tubing. There's snow hiking as well if you want to do that. Skiing, snowboarding. Same thing with Mammoth. And Mount Baldy is more for hiking, and I've never been there for skiing or snow resorts and stuff like that. But those are the 3s that I remember, or can say that there's snow. Yeah,
for Southern California lines and the snow expert, that's Trizzy. I don't touch that, like I said. Just a little bit. The all-weather expert. So we mentioned this before, but I can't get enough of wine country. I'd say Malibu and Temecula are 2 of the greatest spots, and near Santa Barbara as well. But that's getting to Central Coast, so I don't know if that's technically Southern California. But Temecula wine country, you can head out to Malibu, up in the hills as well. We Californians love our wine, and we're so lucky that we grow it here and can easily have access to the vineyards and the people that produce it. So it's really fun. Whale watching, which I used to do when I was younger.
How cute.
I know. It's super cute. Whale watching in Long Beach. You can go in Dana Point. Tons of tours and cruises that go out. Pricing differs, but you can see whales during certain seasons here. Nice. In Southern California.
I've never seen a whale here in Southern California. I've seen lots of dolphins. Yeah. Dolphin is swimming a lot in Redondo Beach area.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. On my recent trip to Oceanside, this was December 2021, we were hiking in Torrey Pines, and then one of like the volunteers of that state park came up to us and was just like, oh, just to let you know, if you look far ahead, you may be able to see whales migrating.
Whoa.
From Alaska all the way down to Baja.
That's crazy.
Yeah. We didn't see any, but that's the time
they swim
usually.
That far?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Because the water's getting really cold up in Alaska, so they got to get it warmer.
To the Baja waters, stay warm all year. Exactly. Yeah, why don't they just stay in Baja? Why do the whales even go back to Alaska?
Maybe for mating. I don't know.
Oh, that's true. That's true. Okay.
They gotta get some too.
Yeah. So we actually have a really cool island off the coast of like Los Angeles and Long Beach that a lot of people don't know about. It's called Catalina Island. It's really cute, very popular during the summer. There's lots of resorts, hotels. You can go boating in the summer. There's hiking you can do. You can go horseback riding in Catalina. The ferry to and from is quite expensive. I think is $60 like each way? 80 altogether. But check the website for most updated information. Catalina Island off the coast of Southern California.
Yeah, and they used to offer birthdays for free.
And they don't anymore.
They don't anymore to my knowledge, because I know for my 27th birthday, I utilized it and threw up the whole time on the boat getting to Catalina.
Oh, no. And they have one of their special drinks there is called buffalo milk.
Oh, I've never
It's an
heard.
It's an alcoholic drink.
Oh.
It's not real buffalo milk. I thought it was, but they just call it buffalo milk because they have wild buffaloes that roam the island.
I've seen that. There's been a few accidents.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay.
So don't get close to one.
Also, I saw a TikTok. This would be really cool, but I don't know if you have like thessaliophobia. I don't know. You can jet ski from Long Beach to Catalina. It's like an hour.
Damn.
That'd be kind of crazy, huh?
Yeah.
But you could look into that too. I mean, if you're very adventurous,
Yeah.
that would be a cool way to get to Cali. And I think, well, maybe not cheaper.
Probably not.
Probably more fun though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And
Definitely
you have your own
more
space
fun.
and everything. I'm with you on that.
Yep. And then something that Trizzy really wants to do that I haven't done yet.
I haven't done that either. I'm waiting for Leah. It's this kayaking to the Channel Islands.
Yes. Yeah, Channel Islands is off the coast of like Oxnard, Ventura. It's a national park off there, and I don't believe there are any inhabitants, just wildlife, but you can go hiking on the islands, which is cool. You can also go like snorkeling and scuba diving there. You can also go kayaking. Obviously much better during the warmer months when the water isn't cold, because Southern California water still is pretty cold outside of summer months. But Channel Islands, I really want to get there too.
Yeah, I want to go camping on one of the islands. It's doable for sure.
You can stay overnight. Okay,
stay overnight.
That's cool.
Yeah, you got to buy a ferry ticket, basically.
Like a round trip ferry ticket or something. Okay, very cool. All right.
Yeah.
And then I mean, we mentioned hiking every season. You can find either the desert, the forest, the mountains, even the urban hikes like in the city. Runyon you can do any time of the year.
Seriously.
So.
People be doing it during the rain too. Like rain or shine is nothing.
We love our hiking and brunch in Southern California because the sun is really always out.
It's like wine and cheese.
Yes.
The pair that goes together.
Yes, 100%. And then one of the last things, skydiving over Santa Barbara, Temecula, over San Diego. There's a lot of places you can skydive. I was telling Trizzy before this, I went skydiving in 2010. I think in Lodi, like Santa Barbara, skydive Santa Barbara. And they point out where they filmed a little bit of Pirates of the Caribbean, which is cool because it's over the land and it's over the ocean.
Yeah. You won't find me skydiving.
Just go to her for if you need anything winter or snow related, and then I'll tell you where. On land, anything land related. But yeah, this was our little love letter to Southern California, and I know we just covered so much in a relatively short amount of time, but we're always open for questions, suggestions, recommendations. We love living here. It's expensive, but it's worth it. And, proud to be a local, proud to be a native. And we hope you enjoyed this episode on Southern California.
Thank you, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us on another episode of the Ticket to Anywhere podcast. Don't forget to connect with us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. If you love travel as much as we do, hit subscribe on our YouTube channel as well as anywhere you listen to podcasts such as Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, and Pocket Casts. Thank you all for your support so far. When you have the time, please leave us a review on Apple Podcasts. We love to hear your thoughts and feedback, and it'll help others come across our episodes and hopefully be inspired to travel and adventure anywhere.